Hey guys, okay, so I did a video earlier on my, not a video, sorry, I made some posts earlier with pictures on my Facebook page talking about, what I really think these people are doing as far as like these Instagram models and, back pages or whatever. To me, it's like, it's no different. Like on back pages, back in the day, I used to see those girls that were like really voluptuous and stuff like that. And you would see, it's like if you compare it, it's the same thing. The models look the same or whatever. But the only thing is, if you compare the pictures, it's the same type of pictures. Most of the time, it's like the same body shape or whatever. And it's like, only difference is that the Instagram models, to me, are not advertising that they're doing it because you have to look at it like this. Now, on my old Instagram account or whatever, I had like a little sexy picture or whatever, like probably like two, where I was showing my cleavage or whatever, just trying to be sexy. And when I was taking those pictures, I was actually in a long-term relationship. I just wanted to look cute and sexy, but I wasn't selling anything. But you gotta think about it like this: if every single picture that you have is like enticing in some sort of way. Either you're looking for male attention or whatever, for someone intimately, if you're showing that off, or either you're selling sex or whatever. You got to think about it like that. And more than likely, if it's like a professional setting or whatever where they have lingerie or they're opening their legs a certain way, they keep on showing pictures of their backside, more than likely they're selling sex. Because even if it's a celebrity, you got to think about it like that. It's like, does that make any type of sense? Even some of these people that are like married, or take away from the Beyonce thing right now, even if it's like for example, because I told you I don't believe that a lot of these people are the gender that they claim or whatever. But that's another subject. Let me just stick what I was saying. If every picture you have is showing your butt out and your breasts out, I don't see how men that watched it, non-rich men, cannot see that that's like an advertisement for sex. Because it's like, I think a lot of guys forget that, like I said on my page too before, because they may comment underneath these girls' pictures. Because I like went to some of them sometimes in the past, and they'll be like, "Ooh, baby," or blah 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 blah. You know how perverted men can talk or whatever when they see something like that. And then it's like, you got to think about it. These people are probably going in their DMs because they don't want to be obvious on the comment section. Be like, "Hey, can I get with you?" And some guys who probably like are non-famous, who don't have a lot of money, probably do that. And the girls, they just don't respond. So the men figure in their mind, oh, they're just video models or whatever. But it's no video. And if you're a magazine model, you should be doing that in a magazine. Like, what is the point of being a model on Instagram? That doesn't even make any type of sense or whatever. To me, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm trying to figure out, do these people get paid for these pictures? But even if you get paid for these pictures, if you compare them, you can tell what they're doing, because they're doing the same thing as these porn stars take sexy pictures like that. And these really aren't sexy pictures. They're like enticing pictures, like they're trying to bring somebody in. That's why I say the same thing is like, pay attention to the behaviors that they're doing. It's like, it's not adding up. And I said that before about like these famous singers and stuff like that, who I feel is the opposite gender, but that's another subject. But it's like, if you're a superstar and you're on stage with your butt cheeks out and 6-inch stilettos and stuff like that, and this is just all of them, and you're twerking, it's like, unless you have like an all female lesbian audience or something like that, it's like, if you're in a relationship, that doesn't even really make sense to keep doing it. Because a lot of these people are that are twerking on stage like that and trying to sell whatever they call it, sex sales, trying to be like, wear revealing clothes. It's like they usually have, like, especially like pop stars like Rihanna and Beyonce, they have mostly like a female following. Yeah, they have men that like them. They may even have some gay men that like them, but men are not going to go and buy their album. Females are, kids are, teens are. So it's like they doing a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. But it's like they put it in a way kind of like well, I'm trying to keep my mind concentrated on this video. No, they put it in a way like, it's like, if you call it out, then what you're saying doesn't make any sense. You're looking too deep in. If people want to see skin, that's what men like. But it's like, that's not, when I look at pictures like of Rihanna in the magazines, like bent over looking in a sexual way, like, that's not gonna make me buy her album, and that's not gonna make men buy her album. From what I know, it's like men don't just look at the picture and then move on to the next picture, to the next sex room, to the next, and they'll just look at you. But it's like, to me, sex sales, it's like they're doing something behind the scenes. And I heard that before on a Rose McGowan interview when she was talking about Harvey Weinstein, and she was talking about how it's a secret hidden rule in Hollywood. It's like everybody sleeps within each other, but they have high people in high places that have a lot of money that will pay for them to come out and stuff like that, and fly them out here, fly them out there, and they money just like porn stars. That's why I put those comparisons on the pictures. It's like, if you look at some of the porn star conventions, or whatever you say, award shows on the red carpet, or just in general, you'll see that they dress the same way. But a lot of these people are like in relationships, or that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. It's like, I believe a lot of them are transgender, but I also believe that a lot of them are escorts or whatever. And like I said, it's, people may think they know the secrets or whatever, but they don't know all the secrets. And people may say, well, how do you know? You're not a Mason and stuff like that. But you have to, even if you don't believe, like, oh, in your past life, when I said a psychic told me in my past life that I was rich and famous and I was in and writing the secrets, so that's how I know them. It's like, use your common sense. If I make a Facebook page right now, if I delete my whole Facebook page right now, and I make countless videos of me just with my breasts out with Daisy Dukes on or something like that, just constant pictures and high end heels, just picture after picture after picture. It's like, come on. It's like, after a while, it's like, okay, you're not trying to be sexy, you're trying to get attention. But after a while, even the attention runs out. It's like you're doing it for some reason, to try to get some kind of exchange or something. So it's like, that's why I said a lot of these things, you have to, it's not even really into deep knowing. It's like, now I'll get like a message or something, or a light bulb will pop up in my mind, and then I'll post one thing and something else will connect, and something else connect. It's like, if you use your common sense, if you just don't know the secrets and you just want to go back and look at stuff, it's like, just use your common sense to figure it out. And it's like I said before, Masons, the whole thing about Masonry is about holding a secret. The ones in the lower think they know the secrets and know everything, but the ones in the higher know more, and the ones in the higher know more. That's how they stay in control. That way, everybody doesn't know everything, whatever, from what I've heard. And I've known a couple of Masons before, and they never told me any of the secrets or whatever. So it's just like, you have to really think about that. If you go back and use your common sense, because like I said again, the stuff that I talk about on my page is like, people can try to laugh, downplay it, or whatever, say whatever they want to say. But if you really sit and think about it, and you just use your common logical sense, it's like, anything I'm saying, you can kind of relate to it a little bit, because you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. These are rich superstars. Some of them have already sold millions and millions of albums, but they're in committed relationships, supposedly committed relationships and love, and they're still on stage shaking their behind everywhere. And some of them are way past the age that should be doing it with children. So it's like, Hollywood wants you to think that once you sell your soul, you just have to do what they tell you to do, which to a certain extent that could be true if you're in the contract or something like that. But in general, it's kind of like, I mean, use your common sense. Any of you mothers out there that's married and have 3 or 4 kids or whatever, if you got rich overnight or whatever, and you were worth $1 million, if you were really married, legally married, with like 3 kids, would you get on stage, high-inch stilettos and a thong on, and dance around? Like, and your husband don't say nothing, he on stage kissing you and stuff like that and slapping your butt. Like, think about it. Does that make any type of sense? A real man or whatever, especially a husband, isn't gonna even want his woman to be seen like that. I'm not talking about like publicly on the red carpet be seen and stuff like that, but a real man is not going to want his woman to be advertised like that. A real man that loves you. That's why I said, it's like, it's acting, it's fake. The relationships have to be fake. The gender has to be fake. Because even if it wasn't, you can say all day, like, they don't care about the person that they're with, that's why they let them do it. But to a certain extent, it's like, you would still, if you were a real man or something like that, you would still be upset, because it's like, it makes you look bad, just as part of you being a man. You wouldn't even want your woman doing it, because it's a bad look for you. So you gotta think about it like that. What real, and I don't care who gets mad or whatever, don't watch. This is how I see it. What real man is gonna lay in the bed with his woman in a thong on, and she's worth $1 billion, they're worth $1 billion together, and they have children, 3 children, and somebody is taking a picture of his wife's behind, and like nobody I've ever been in a serious relationship with would ever let me do something like that. Like, they would try to knock my head off if I even took a picture like that by myself and let it be advertised on the magazine, let alone be in the bed with me and my butt. It's like, it's not adding up or whatever. So that's the way I see it, and anybody who uses their logical common sense could see it the same way. So I just wanted to make this video. Whenever I try to make some posts, whatever I leave out, I try to make it on my video. I mean, on my YouTube channel. So I just wanted to say that. That's it. Have a good night, y'all.